Welcome to another epic edition of Phaser World. This week is issue 217. After a bit of a break and thanks to some hiccups with our previous newsletter setup, we're back with fresh updates from the Phaser World. Today is packed with game templates, tutorials, engine upgrades. Let's get into it. Publishing web games on Steam with Electron. Now, if you're ready to bring your HTML5 game to a wider audience, this tutorial is a must. It walks you through turning your web game into a desktop app using Electron, packaging it with Bun.js or NPM, and getting it onto Steam, PC, Mac, and Linux included. It's perfect for indie developers looking to reach more players. And make a Zelda-like game with Phaser 3. Our good friend Scott Westover is back with a TypeScript-based Phaser 3 tutorial series on how to build a classic top-down adventure game. It's a great resource if you're looking to create something in the style of old-school action RPGs, with clear structure and practical examples. Make sure you go check it out. On our Phaser Showcase this week, we have two games, starting with Raccoon on the Run. If you love retro arcade chaos, Raccoon on the Run is worth a closer look. Developed by Rive and built with Phaser, this game plays a tribute to the likes of Frogger, but dial things up with slick visuals, responsive controls, and layered level design. You play as a hungry raccoon, dodging city traffic, crossing rivers, and collecting food scraps, all while racing against the clock. There's a global leaderboard for solo players, and impressively multiplayer is built directly into Discord using activities, so you can challenge your friends without leaving the app. From a dev's perspective, it's a great example of how to create high-speed character control, tight collision handling, and integrate modern social APIs, all while keeping it snappy in the browser. Next up, Mahjong Tour. This one's all about polish and pacing. Mahjong Tour is a sleek tile-matching puzzle game that takes players through scenic locations and ancient landmarks with progressively challenging puzzles. Mechanically, it sticks close to the traditional Mahjong rules. Match open pairs to clear the board, but adds a layer of progression and guided UI to keep casual players engaged. The game uses visual storytelling, animated transitions, and smooth input feedback to create a relaxing but rewarding loop. Technically, it's a strong example of how to handle tile-based layouts, UX transitions, and mobile-friendly design using Phaser. If you're planning to build a casual puzzle game, it's worth checking out how they manage layout scaling, hint systems, and game state across levels. Now onto the big studio releases. Phaser Editor version 4.11.0 has just dropped. This version adds a new UI theme, an improved start page, and introduces a Phaser 4 project template to help developers explore the upcoming version of the framework. Spine and FX extensions are currently disabled in Phaser 4 mode, but the core workflow remains familiar. Phaser version 4, Beta 7 and 8 have released. These releases introduce a major camera system rewrite and performance improvements across sprite handling and tile maps. The key updates include refined camera control for smoother scroll, zoom, and rotation, faster GPU sprite rendering, improved tile map rendering, especially during transformations, sharper shape outlines and fewer rendering artifacts, and general bug fixes and default setting adjustments. Grab these updates via GitHub or NPM. And lastly, Phaser Launcher version 1.0.9 has released. This new version of Phaser Launchers includes 6 starter game templates to help you get a project off the ground quickly. The templates included are Color Sort, 2048, Breakout, Snake, Football Kick, and lastly, Pachinko. These are useful for learning mechanics or starting a new project with a working base. Now strap in, this one's a chunky devlog. Most of it comes straight from Phaser Ben, who's been deep in the rendering territory, while Zeke's been helping out keeping Phaser 3 polished and tidy. Big camera changes. Phaser 4 cameras now use 2 matrices, one for the view and one for the position. Improved logic and fixed issues with frame buffering rendering. And GetCalc Matrix now returns more complete transform data. Sprite GPU layer enhancements, animation templates now support loop false, added insert members and insert members data for depth-aware spawning, new loop handling for replacing old members, great for FX like smoke trails. Game imagery capture has an overhaul, new capture frame object lets you grab a frame buffer before final rendering, dynamic texture capture gives fine-grained control over captured game objects, and now it can be used in the mask system for more accurate result. Display list introspection, render step now exposes the current object's list and index, useful for custom renderers and debugging batching logic. Ben's also been hard at work fixing tons of bugs, GitHub issues reviewed and rewritten for Phaser 4 compatibility. And to wrap things up, some Phaser 3 maintenance. Zeke's been actively maintaining Phaser 3 over the past year. He's tackled dozens of bug fixes, performance tweaks, and long-standing feature requests. As Phaser 4 approached stability, Ben reviewed all of Seek's Phaser 3 updates and ported them over to Phaser 4. The collaboration ensures a smoother transition and shared improvements across both versions. That wraps it for this issue of Phaser newsletter. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know what you're working on in the comments. We'll see you next time with more Phaser news, tools, and dev goodness. Catch you later.